Welcome to Kung Fu Havoc number 2. This is my final video for tonight. I want to talk to y'all about some shit that just happened that pissed me off. And so, I'm going to address this shit. A lot of people ain't going to like it, but I'm going to address this shit because, alright, a lot of bad things have happened to me in the last 20, 40 years of my life. I've never had it easy. I'm not asking to have it easy. A couple of helping hands wouldn't hurt, open a door here and there, help me get my career off the ground. A little bit of, somebody saying, yeah, James, we believe in you. Yeah, James, we got you. Yeah, James, this door's open, and you're going to be working tomorrow, and you're going to have the best job in acting, and everything you want's going to happen. All right? The reality is, that ain't an option. All right? I've made a 3-part video this afternoon. I had to film it in my car. So, a friend of mine on here just said that I chose to watch my siblings and their kids for the last 40-something years of my life. And now I'm pissed off. I was pissed off before, which is why Monologue Monday didn't happen. So now, I'm going to go ahead and address this shit. I don't give a fuck who you are. And I'm sorry for swearing. Before you throw the first stone at anybody, without knowing who they are, or where they come from, or what they've been through, and if you've been in that person's life, and you've exited that person's life, don't come back into that person's life with your assumptions of bullshit that you don't fucking know about. Alright? Let's get that out the way first and foremost. Because here we go. Back in 2010, my life went from a skyrocket that was about to take off to a downward spiral that only got worse from there. So here was me and a bunch of guys. We made these webisodes, and so at the time I had a girlfriend who pretty much told me, I don't believe in relationships, you can't come see me anymore, relationships are overrated, and jumped right into another relationship after she left my ass. Cool. Now y'all know that is exactly who just pissed me off. Alright, so, hey, she contacted me, so legally it's on her. So, when my mama had 7 of us, every man that this woman has had a baby by walked out. My elder sister and I had to step the fuck up and do the job that these fucking men left for her. So my mom's working a full-time job. She has to feed 3 kids, and then 4 kids, and then 5 kids, and then 6 kids, and then 7 kids. The last one, he stuck around. He did his job for his last 2 children. He's not in the best of shape right now. And I will always love him and treat him as my stepfather, but he is a stepfather, not my father. I understand how that works. And in between all of that, a couple of siblings decided, I'm going to be grown at 14 and I'm going to get pregnant because I'm going to keep somebody around who's going to love me forever. That shit didn't work out. Then other siblings decided, hey, I'm going to be grown and I'm going to be pregnant. Oh, I got to work. My brother can't get arrested getting a job at what he wants to do, but we've also stopped him from becoming a cop that he wanted to become because we can't stop dating people who do illegal shit. And instead of being protected and saved, everyone went the other way. Fuck what James wants to do. We're going to do everything we can to fuck him out of his life, which successfully they have done. Which is why I'm a 47-year-old bum living here instead of having my own place and my own space and doing what I need to do. Then my father died, and then my desire to be loved so badly made me lose money to people who promised they were going to pay me back, which is why I'm busting my ass to pay for my graphic novel to be published. No one's giving me money for that shit. I'm busting my ass. Alright? My entire paycheck is going into my graphic novel. Every bit of it. Everything the Army sends me, the 281, 275 is going right into that graphic novel. So when I tell you I'm poor and I'm scraping by, it's not bullshit. My piss Andy job covers the rest. Cell phone, car insurance, dental insurance. I don't have any money. I don't have any luck. And I never not one time volunteered to babysit my siblings. I was forced to do that because the men that my mother procreated with weren't shit. And the apple don't fall too far from the tree because the men that my siblings procreated with won't shit. I've never been to jail. All of the procreation people have been to jail or in some kind of legal trouble. I got into speeding tickets and then one harassment charge. But I've never really been in any trouble with the law. Not real trouble with the law. Never broken anything, never stole anything, never fucking shot a cop, never thought about that shit. Never done anything wrong. Never done drugs. But to have someone who was in a relationship with me say some shit that she should not have said, that pissed me the fuck off. Because, you dumped me. You have no right to try to tell me what I've been through when you weren't there. So, here's how the shit broke down. In 2010, we broke up. I got my heart destroyed. And it was like a domino effect. My bro lost his job. He went to Alabama. My movie got stolen. So all 7 episodes that should have been released in 2010 on this channel was taken. So when I put my address out here at 512 Rougemont, Charlottesville, Virginia, it's for that asshole who ruined the chance that I had of my career. Now prior to that, there was a studio here, and it's time for me to stop saying the studio and start calling it by its name. Because at the time, Tim Reed, yes, sister, that Tim Reed was in charge. But when we got to the door was, you don't have a CAC card. You don't have an appointment. But every commercial he made for the year before that never said anything about that. So thank you, Tim Reed, for making sure that I don't have a career with your promise of Hollywood East. But this isn't about him. Because that could have happened. That should have happened. Because when you make a promise to people, you should honor your word. Now, I ain't going to say that all of it is not my fault. The only part that is my fault is the fact that I didn't know how to say no. And time just kept shooting by. And every time I tried to get something going off the ground, somebody had a baby. I was forced to take care of that baby. But nobody sees it that way. Nobody cares. They only see how it benefits them, that their older brother doesn't get to do what he wants, and he has to live for them so that they can do what they want. And they don't learn from their mistakes. They just keep making more procreation bad choices. But yet, this person on the phone just told me I chose to do that shit. I've been watching kids since I was fucking 6 years old. It was not a fucking choice. It was just like when my uncles and them used to grab me up, just like every other black kid in the neighborhood, and we had to go have little fucking fights. So before you ever judge anybody, before you tell somebody that they're no good, maybe you ought to get to know them. Maybe you ought to see what you missed in their life. Maybe you ought to think, hey, what has this person gone through to put them in the situation they're in? Because most people don't ask for themselves to be in a sticky situation. Most people don't fucking walk into a bar fight and start the fight unless they're drunk. But more importantly, most people don't go looking for stuff. Rape victims don't ask their rapists to rape them. Understand where I'm going with that? Most people are in situations because they're victims of circumstance. I was a victim of circumstance. The first circumstance was I didn't know how to say no. The second circumstance is that I wanted to be loved so badly that what I wanted didn't matter. And now that it does matter, everybody's kind of mad. And they don't want me to be happy. So every time I make a video and I got on these damn lights, everybody does everything they can to make sure that I'm not successful. Because they don't want me to be successful. They want to keep holding me down, keeping me from making what I want for myself, my best life, to happen. Do they give a damn? No. Do the person that was texting me this give a damn? No. But there's one thing that these people will never have that I have. See, I have honor. And I don't tell lies. I haven't told a lie since I was 12 fucking years old. Out of my mouth. I may have wrote some lies down on paper for some people to help them out a little bit. But in the end of the day, I don't tell lies. I keep telling people, if you got something to tell me, don't tell me. Because I'm not going to lie for you. The good news is that I've trained myself to forget, so that if it doesn't affect me, I don't remember the shit. And I don't care. Because it's not important if it doesn't affect me. But when things do affect me, like trying to get my career off the ground for 20 freaking years, no one's backing me up. No one's saying, hey James, we're going to reach out to Tyler Perry for you. We're going to show him some of your videos. We're going to reach out to Oprah Winfrey. We're going to reach out to black people that's supposed to help other black people. Well, here's a news flash for you. Tim Reed didn't help my black ass, And they told me at the door, we don't do kung fu movies. Within 2 years of that, the fucking Expendables came out. Not even 2 years, a year, if that, the Expendables came out. Not give the young guy a chance to prove himself and learn his craft. No, fuck that guy. Let's make money with people who are already noticed. And you wonder why I'm angry. You know, because I could have been somewhere if the doors would have been opened, if the stars would have been aligned, if people would have just gave me a chance. The 111 of you that give me a chance, I thank you very much. You have no idea the hell I go through on a daily basis trying to get my career off the ground. I can't come at it full time because I can't get sponsors. I can't come at it full time because somebody's kid is always in my way, or somebody's always making noise when this damn light's on. I can't accomplish nothing that I want to do because everybody who supposedly loves me loves fucking me over. Now, the other thing, I have 111 of you here. You are all loved and I thank you. But I need twice as much as that for YouTube to even give me anything outside of a flag because I swear in a video for children. No, which is true. I did swear. I forgot. I'm a cusser. I've been in the military. Sometimes all I do is cuss. But I was cussing before that, so we can't blame the military. I've been working on my mouth. And YouTube has made it so that I can't really make videos for kids if I want to post things. Because sometimes I forget when I'm talking that I'm cussing. Don't even know that I did it. You know, happens. Bad habits. Then I got my 900 plus followers on Instagram. I hope you guys come here, and I thank you. I have my 125 followers on TikTok, which shocked me that I had that many people. And I thank you. I thank you all. But I need help to get doors open, and no one's doing that. No one. If there's acting here in Virginia, they're not advertising it. I haven't found anything, so I'm not working. Haven't been able to get work in 20 years because no one's making movies. And now with COVID, no one's making movies. But here's the thing. When it wasn't COVID, Millennium wasn't advertising. Oh, they were making slavery movies. No, they weren't really doing anything. And then I come to find out 2 weeks ago that in 2015, Mr. Reed no longer runs the studio. So my anger towards Mr. Reed in the studio has kept me down. So I'm going to reach out to that studio and see if they're actually ready to give me a job now. Because it's kind of fucked up that, you know, if you're in the movie business, and my questions back then were really simple, and their answers was no to each question. And that was before I got off of the movie track. Because the first thing I asked was like, are we going to be making kung fu movies? And they said no. Are we going to be making scary movies? And they said no. Are we going to be making science fiction movies? The 3 things that I know about more than anything else outside of kung fu. And they said no. Then a guy stopped me before I left and told me, go make a movie, bring it back. So I made a movie, I sent it back. It was called Fallen Dragons. They never sent it back. They sent me a letter and said, we don't make your kind of movies and you suck. Just like Sundance. When Sundance sent me the movie back, I was getting hemmed up by the ATF agents for being a serial rapist who was 6'4". I ain't nowhere near 6'4". And you ain't never gonna see 200 pounds here. Ever. But no one takes that into consideration. I've gone through a lot in the last 20 years of my life. And the last 10 to 15 back up to that date. You know, I started this thing when I was 27. I'm 47 now. I have not given up. But people have been driving me to not do what makes me happy. When I'm in front of this camera, I'm the happiest I've ever been. When I'm making kung fu stuff, when I'm dressed up in cosplay, I'm happy. I can be a poor actor and just do this and do it until I die. But I can't live my dream on $281 from the military. You know, I can't film. I can't go somewhere to film because I don't make enough money to rent anything. You know, and I don't want to put up a Patreon. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to put up the PayPal, the WhatsApp. I don't know what none of that shit is. I know what the Patreon is because I finally got somebody to explain it to me. But I don't know what the hell WhatsApp is. I'm still probably the only people in the universe that still has Kick. You know, in MySpace. So, you know, I'm not technically savvy. But I know how to make a fucking movie. I know how to fight. But never been given any opportunities. When you're not given opportunities, you don't get to accomplish what you set out to do. I want to thank you all for letting me vent. Now I'm going to post this video. It's probably not going to go viral. It's probably nothing that I've done so far has gone viral. I've done shit that nobody's seen. You know, I haven't fought with my hands tied. I've explained to you how to fight with your hands tied. Nobody gives a shit. Because everybody and their mama who don't know martial arts is making more money than me. And I don't think it's fair. But what can I do? I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And until I figure out what I'm doing wrong, I'm never going to make it. You know? I don't want to be 80 years old and finally be discovered. Like, oh yeah, we finally discovered you. Where have you been? It's like, motherfuckers, I was always here. Y'all just overlooked me every time. And no, that's not a short joke because I'm only 5'3". Y'all just chose, hey, we got this dude. We don't know if he's black. We don't know if he's white. We don't know if he's Native American. But we don't want him. And if we don't have people like me writing stories for people like me, then I will never get work. Which is why I wrote my own stories. Which is why I started this YouTube channel in the first place. But no one's watching. And I thank you all for being here. But no one's watching. No one's sharing. No one's liking. You know, I don't know what else to do. I have a friend on here who told me I should go into porn. I don't want to go that route. But it looks like if that's the route I got to take, that might be the route I have to take because no one's giving me a chance. No one. DC's not knocking down my door. Marvel's not knocking down my door. Hollywood's definitely not knocking down my door. Millennium screwed me. My boy losing his job when everything I had on that hard drive was set to go. Everything was perfect. All it needed was special effects. And all he had to do that day was say no. No, it's not that difficult. It's one word. You know, all you got to do. No, James, I can't put special effects in there. Find another way. That I could have done. Because I know people. Somebody would have been able to help me. Yeah, it would have cost me a lot of money. But it would have got my career off the ground and I would have made that money back in no time. So someone in Alabama, probably don't have it now, they probably erased the shit, has my movie. Because somebody else couldn't tell me no. But the world has told me no. Time and time and time again. I have over 4,000 videos up probably on this channel and the other channel. But the world keeps telling me no. I just need one yes. And the opportunity to actually show you what I can do. Because apparently I'm too big for the internet because no one's watching. But yet somebody who has no martial arts at all can do all this stuff and be successful and know nothing. And I could probably bump into them in an alley and beat them within inches of their life. And that'll be the only way I get recognized. Because, oh, y'all know that James guy. He bumped into that martial artist who doesn't know martial arts. And James beat the holy shit out of him. And now James is in jail. I ain't going that route. No. I haven't given up. But again, I don't know what to do. Thanks for watching. It's Kung Fu Ever number 2. BC and you. And sorry for the 17 minutes of your life that you can't get back.